Hi, Hector Castillo, Poppy from girlschase.com. Nice to see you. Okay, we're gonna talk about pushing and pulling. That was so cringy. But I don't care because fuck you. Push, oh, that's way too big. That's what she said, okay. Push, pull. You've probably heard this term before. It's pretty much a good breakdown of what seduction is. You're either pushing towards her or you're pulling away. So think of push as in you're pushing into her, you're making an advance, you're showing interest. Pulling is I'm pulling away. It could be playing hard to get, whatever. I'll make a list, it'll just make it easier. So what's a push? Verbal interest, compliments. Think you're attractive, you're cool, you're hot, you're sexy, nice ass, nice dick, nice camel toe. You know, you're giving her compliments, or I guess him. Maybe she's the she, him, maybe you're into that, I don't know. Okay, now, non-verbal. That I just spelled that wrong, but it's okay. You're giving her fuck me eyes. Hey bitch, you know, you're licking your lips, you're checking her out, you're smiling at her in one of those ways where your eyes are sparkling because you just fucking think that she's the coolest thing since sliced bread or, you know, Mario 64. You just think that she's fucking awesome, right? You are asking her out. Right? That's a very clear push. You're really trying to see her. You're pushing to see her, right? What's a pull? Ignoring her texts, ignoring what she said. Let's say it's in a social circle environment. And, you know, let's say you were kind of flirting with her a lot, but she's not showing you a lot of interest. Okay, next time, you know, you're sitting in a group and she says something your way and you kind of just look at her and you look away. Oof, that's a pull away. You're basically just telling her to fuck off, but by ignoring her, right? Or outright rejecting her, or rejecting what she says. So there's two ways to reject someone. Is you reject an invitation, like, hey, you wanna go do this with me? No, right? Normally when we think of rejection, that's it. But there's another way that people reject each other. If you compliment a girl and she doesn't like blush or say thank you or, you know, appreciate it or accept it, let's say, you know, you tell her like, oh yeah, you know, that's really cool of you. I like the way that you said that. And she says, yeah, I think a lot of girls should think this way or something. You know, just like she kind of just like throws it this way. That's a rejection. It's a deflection, maybe, right? So if she deflects what you say or you deflect what she say, it's a pull. So it's a rejection of some sorts. Or if you just reject her outright, obviously it's a rejection. Lack of verbal, so let's say a null set of verbal signs of interest. You're not giving her compliments. You don't always need, a lot of the early pickup guys were talking about negs, you know, insulting a girl. The theory was it makes sense, right? You insult a girl, you tease her, that makes her need to chase you for a push, right? So you pull away by pushing her away so that she pushes towards you. That's the idea of a neg, like you insult her, right? You tease her, be like, are you so short you need those high heels? You know, you don't like being that short, you know, fucking something. You gotta think of a clever insult, but most of them are pretty stupid because you know exactly what they're doing. But it works, it does work. I've been extremely insulting of women, you know, they say something stupid. Usually I insult their intellect, because women aren't smart. Kidding. Joking. That's a good way to get banned. Women aren't smart. Misogynist! You are gone! Push you out of YouTube. Fuck you. Fuck you too. Okay. So, insulting works. But I would advise against that because it creates a very conflicting, combative seduction rather than a playful seduction. You should obviously tease a girl, but if you do too much of it, then she's gonna play by that rules. And then if at any time in the seduction you wanna be like genuine and sincere, she's gonna fight back. So what you do is you create a absence of verbal compliments. So you create a void. When you create a void, then she's going to wanna enter it, right? Also, you can have a void of non-verbal interest. So it kind of goes into ignoring or rejecting, right? Where you're giving her, you're looking at her a lot, and then you're not giving her as much eye contact. But you're not quite avoiding her. Let's say you're really into a conversation and you keep like, okay, yeah, you're leading forward, you're listening to her, and she's kind of staying back and just kind of like, yeah, you know, acting kind of cool. Okay. You lean back, you mirror it, and now she's talking, and you're like, oh yeah, okay, yeah. Not a lot of eye contact, not a lot of nonverbal interest. You're not talking a lot either. You're not showing enthusiasm. You're not showing that you're curious or excited. You're pulling back. You're creating a void, right? A null area. And that's going to have the same effect as pulling away, ignoring her, and rejecting. So another nonverbal way, but kind of its own thing to show interest, is to touch a girl. You're giving her a lot of contact, but if you're touching her a lot and she's not really reacting well, a girl could let you touch her, and it's not like she thinks you're a creeper, but she's not super like giving you anything back, then you should pull back, right? Because that's the idea of pushing and, okay, I'm giving you lists of what a push and a pull is, and they can all work, right? You can tease a girl or even insult her, right? If a girl like says something smart ass, you can just be like, fuck you. And just, you know, that's a time to push her away, you know? She's like, you know, the other night, some girl was with me and I said something kind of cocky, and she's like, God, you're such a conceited asshole. I was like, yeah, so? Should I not be? Should I not be confident in myself? And she's like, yeah, but you shouldn't be so arrogant. I'm like, fuck you. If I want to be that, if I want to be confident enough to talk about myself and boast about myself, that's what I'm going to do. So you can tease her and you can even insult her, right? Don't go up to her and be like, you're a fucking stupid whore and I wish your family would die in a car crash. Like, that's probably not going to work. But under a certain circumstance, it can. And then, you know, touching or the absence of touching can be a push towards her, right? You're trying to get on her, you're trying to grab her, you're trying to take action, you're trying to kiss her. These are all pushes and these are pulls. You're either like pushing away, so you're pulling back, but you're like vehemently pushing away, which means like you're rejecting her and teasing her, or you're just creating an absence of the fact that you're pushing, which is a pull, right? You're creating like a gravity well of absence of, I don't know, this is some seduction physics. But basically there is a tension and you want to push enough. Well, I guess push should be here to get to sex, but whatever. Okay, here's masturbation, here's sex, okay? So this is you going home alone. This is you getting laid, right? You need to push enough that you can get there, but then don't push so much that you fall into this trap over here because she's not giving you a lot of interest and you shouldn't have crossed over there. You should have went around, right? Push here, you show enough interest, but then she's not giving you much. So then what you need to do is pull back by kind of just relaxing and not showing as much interest. Then you go, okay, wait till she starts to get interest because you're leaving this void and she starts to give you more eye contact. She starts to give you more attention. She starts to become more curious. She's asking questions now, usually because she can see that you're losing that interest. Seduction is pretty simply just a game of you rewarding good behavior and punishing bad behavior with something called operant conditioning. It's basically when she's doing good things, you reward it with positives. She's acting nice, you give her nice emotions back. She's being super cute, you give her a kiss on the cheek. She offers to pay for lunch. Oh, you're so sweet, thank you so much. Kiss on the cheek, you're amazing, I'll get it next time. That makes her feel good. You're giving her positive emotions back. We're not training a dog, okay? But we are just having good psychological strategies, right? And it's not like it's manipulative in a bad way, right? If people do something good for you, it's usually a kind thing to make them feel good in return, right? So it's not some dark psychological tactic. We're doing good stuff here. But if she doesn't do something you like, operant conditioning doesn't say you should insult her, and you can under certain circumstances, but operant conditioning means is I just give you nothing. So when you're doing good, I give you good emotions. When you're not doing something that's good for me, I don't give you any emotions at all. And someone's gonna be like, well, that's fucking shitty. That makes you a shitty person. What am I supposed to do? Give you good fucking reactions when you do something I don't like? No, I can consent and like to any fucking goddamn behavior that I fucking wish to. And if you're not doing stuff that I like, if you're not the kind of person who I like having around me, who's giving me good vibes and good emotions and good conversation and good sex, why the fuck do I want you in my life? I can find someone else who can give that to me. And anyone who says differently is a fucking asshole, is trying to manipulate you into allowing them to give you bad behavior. Whether you're a girl or a guy, if you disagree with this, fuck you. So, operant conditioning, doing good when they're doing good and not giving them anything when they're not doing what you like. And that comes down to the push-pull spectrum. Push enough so that because you gotta take action at some point, right? A lot of guys wish they could just like sit back and play too cool for school and the girl's just gonna jump on his dick. That's not how it works. Very rarely can you have a guy who has the right setup and the right personality and the right status and the right looks or anything that's giving him a lot of value that she's just gonna throw herself at him. If you want that, you need to become a celebrity or have such an insanely sexy vibe that girls just throw themselves at you, and that's super, super rare. So you're gonna have to push at some point. You're a man, you have to take action. You have to ask her out, you have to try and kiss her. You don't have to give her a compliment, but you can give her a compliment. You gotta, show some interest at some point. And if you don't, you're not gonna get anywhere. But don't give so much, especially when she's not giving you what you want, that now you're starting to chase. Men, here's the thing. When we talk about chasing, girls chase, we mean something, men and girls chase in different ways. When a guy is taking action, he's not chasing. A guy is chasing when he's taking action despite it being the wrong time to take action or it's a girl who's not interested in him. That's chasing. But the man still takes action the vast majority of the time. Women, it doesn't mean if they're chasing after you like literally and trying to get your number, and okay, that's chasing. But chasing for a woman can also mean that she's just allowing you to move forward, because women play a defensive role in the seduction, men play an aggressive role, and that's just the way it is. I don't care if that's a gender stereotype, it's just the fucking truth. So take action, move forward, but if she's not giving you what she wants, or you notice that there's a wall in the seduction, she's having a shitty attitude, she's being boring, whatever, then you gotta pull away. And it's a constant tug of war between which one you should do, and then eventually you finish the job and you get laid, you take her home and you fuck her in the pussy. That's how push-pull works. It's really that simple, but the complexity comes in with when you should be pushing and when you should be pulling and how much you should push and how much you should pull back. But a good general rule of thumb is take 2 steps forward, show some signs of interest, but then give it a little bit of a break, right? Maybe you give her a compliment and a smile and you give her a really strong eye contact, and then you keep talking, and then you kind of just go back to being a little bit more stoic, and you're kind of, taking your time to think about responses instead of you gave her the compliment, you're looking at her, and now you keep on being interested, right? You don't want to be an eager beaver the whole time. So 2 steps forward, 1 step back. But there are some instances when you should just fucking plow through and just get that fucking pussy. And usually that happens when a girl is just super interested in you and is just complying with everything and is just all about you. Then you should just go full steam ahead, push to the end of the fucking pussy line and get in there and eat it like a bowl of Campbell's soup. Cool. All right. This is Hector Castillo, Poppy from girlchase.com. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please follow me on social media, like, subscribe, ring the bell, and I'll see you very soon. Ciao.